Hello there and welcome back. Welcome everybody to It Has Tentacles, our first week of our Call of Cthulhu show. And I'm joined here today by my awesome cast and fellow streamers. And let me just give a couple of seconds to actually fix their cams before we introduce them. Poultry, you're in the right cam slot. So before we talk about anybody else, who are you, Poultry, and what the fuck are you doing here?
I'm PoultreeGeist. I'm Scottish. I'm playing a character called Jack McCabe, who is an actor who is pretending to be a mobster and is going to try and make his way through life just like that. There
we go. And now, Chriz, what's up and who are you?
What's up, guys? My name is Chriz. I'm really into playing tabletop RPGs. It's been a while since I've, I'm really into D&D and stuff. This is the first time I'm actually playing Call of Cthulhu, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be playing World War I vet. I guess they called it the Great War then, since there was no World War II. But World War I vet from the Bronx, who's back in the United States and is just trying to make it as a goon for hire.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Yaboi Deyquan. What's up?
What's going on, everyone? I'm a tiny little streamer. You guys probably haven't seen me before. I've done tons of role playing and stuff I've done some on Twitch and some in real life too. You know, that's how it works. I'm gonna be playing Clarence Goodman, a private eye. I think I'm gonna let his character speak for himself. You guys will kind of get a strong sense of who he's gonna be.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Last but not least of our prayers, FuzzyFreaks.
Hi. I'm FuzzyFreaks. And I will be playing what was her name? Oh yeah, Abigail Krauss, a really shitty librarian who likes romance novels and lots of alcohol.
I myself, this is Bacha, I'm Chuky. I don't need to do any introductions. I hope for those who don't know from the other channels, this is kind of what I do. A lot of shows, a lot of role-playing shows on different systems. And I'm going to be playing today George. That's his name that I just decided a couple of seconds ago. His name is George, and he is going to be he's a reject from Cowboy College. And he went into bounty hunting. And that's what he's doing now. He's just doing bounty hunting. Okay, so last but not least of our cast, Joakim, the keeper of arcane lore.
Yes.
The man, the legend himself.
Yes. Who are you, Joakim?
I'm a random guy from Roll20 who Chuky found by like messaging a bunch of people, and I was the lucky one to be chosen to do this. I get the honor to end your characters' lives.
Oh God.
Yep.
There we go. That sounds good. Very in the theme of this game. So, for those guys who don't know, basically this show itself is composed of very many different content creators and streamers. We have about 11 in total. And about each month we'll be changing around players. The whole cast can be found down below the schedule. If you just scroll down, you'll see all the shows with the nice images and the names of the people in the cast in the first group and then the secondary group, right? The whole cast of the group at Skype. And that's about it. I don't think we need much introduction. We've already done a stream with character creation and talked about the show. So, Joakim, why don't you just pick this up?
Yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is to figure out how you guys know each other, because we haven't done that yet.
Cool.
So,
Right. Awesome.
the most important thing now is the core group. They should be like close in some way.
Mm-hmm.
And
so I think, if I remember correctly, we talked about something like FuzzyFreaks, because she's the librarian, she's the front of the mafia, like front of the mob. Like she's just working the library. Yeah, she's working in the library, and the mob is paying her in booze.
We're doing all our prohibition stuff behind the scenes, and she's the cover. She's the front.
Yeah,
and I think Poultry here is like the main mob face that we see.
Am I? I thought I was kind of underling on the mob.
Oh, wondering, Joakim,
But yeah,
is he
you're the
another?
go-to. Yeah, you're the gopher. So you're the one who does all
Yeah.
the like donkey work and passes the messages and
Carrying the barrels.
And I myself,
do this,
I'm just the bounty hunter,
you.
so I'm basically the contract here. That's
So
that's
it's just
the idea
like,
of
shit,
it.
it's him.
Yeah, like
Remember, essentially, George receives his contracts from the library in books that he checks out.
yes, like I just open up books and I see like a name or a face or a description and so on, and I just go on with my big rifle that I love very much. I stroke it each day. I just polish it each day, up and down, and I just kill people.
Projecting much.
Pretty simple guy. Pretty simple guy. Money. He has a kind of vigilante idea for himself as well. Sometimes he wouldn't really take a contract. If he takes it, he doesn't really kill the person and more kind of helps her or him escape if he thinks they're good guys. But in the end, he's more about the money.
Just a simple man who strokes his gun.
Just a simple man. Okay, so Yaboi and Chriz, how are you guys here? What are you guys doing here with us?
Well, you see, I'm a private eye investigator, so I'm for hire. So one of you guys has brought me into this case. So I have to have known what we're going into. So I think this is going to be involving Joakim.
Okay. So there's a guy named Walter Schwartz who is going to hire one of you to gather a group of investigators to find his lost son. It's up to you who is the contact, who has this contact. Like,
I think we talked about
Walter.
Poultry. Knowing, isn't this the stockbroker guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Poultry actually had his backstory with this.
We were gonna. I don't know if it ever got decided that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Have
that's
you ever decided?
Probably not a good idea because you said you wanted to kill the guy you had the background with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of messes up a bit of
So
this.
let's not do that.
So let's not. Yeah, right.
You said you had
Makes
someone else
sense.
that you could maybe put in instead.
Yeah, let's fill that out later. It's not important for now.
And we also need to clarify how Chriz met y'all.
Yeah. So I'm thinking my guy, like after the war, he's kind of just like back and kind of, I don't know, just looking for work, and he doesn't really know how to do much but, violent, like, killing kind of thing. So he's just pretty much fallen in, I guess, maybe with his people from his old neighborhood, just find out like who's, doing dirt right now and just finding basic goon work, like I'm thinking level 1 goon,
Mm-hmm.
Level 1 goon.
And how do you level up? Like, what's the level 2 goon gonna look like?
Level 2 goon, I guess, like you don't die in your first goon job,
Are you still a goon at level 2 also, like...
You're more of a rough then, surely.
Probably.
Yeah, no. Bruiser. You're a bruiser.
A bruiser. I like it.
Yeah, do well. To me, you'd be
yeah.
a scallywag.
Yeah, but there's really, I'm a soldier, and there's really not much use for soldier skills, when you're back home. So, basically just fell in with unsavory sort of characters. So I guess that could be a tie-in to kind of like maybe he knew Poultry from the old neighborhood or something, or maybe he just like, or they just met through just being in like seedy areas where the mob hangs out, places that they own, bars and whatnot.
Yeah, we can know you from the speakeasy or something.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, as long as you guys have a path to go on, you can roleplay it, I'm sure.
Right.
I think we have a good idea of where we're going.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so who was the person Walter talked to?
It makes if he's looking for his kid, it makes more sense for it to be you as a PI.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You're the one who's
I
gonna
put
hire.
together this group?
Either the PO
That could
or
work.
actually, I don't think
I
that's.
put it together a team.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, boy, you are the leader. Go.
I
Go
need the
ahead.
biggest and the best in the business.
I show off my gun. I show off my gun.
So
Really
how
quick,
the fuck do I end up with it? Oh, I totally just... I'm just like, insert myself into a group somehow.
Okay. I just need a quick name list of you guys, and then I'm pretty much good to go.
You should probably just change your character sheet names to what your character's name, not what your name in Roll20, so we can actually see. Because I'm going to forget your names all the time, otherwise.
You mean at the bottom?
Okay, so I'm going to change it as well. Also remember to include your name in it. Like have for example, George, and in brackets Chuky, just so everybody knows who you are.
Oh god.
Also for people in chat, like watching, they can see who's going.
Are we doing this on Roll20? We're changing.
Yeah. In the small cogwheel on the right of the chat over on there.
See, I asked. Got it.
Oh no, never mind. It's cool. Boop.
Boom.
It even says you're out of character name. No, it's not out of character names. Oh, I didn't actually get any assets. I totally didn't do that.
No problem. Probably not going to be important.
Okay,
you're just poor now.
We have assets? What? Oh.
I just have all my money in a pot.
So you have like a giant shoebox filled with 25 grand.
One of the barrels of booze. One of the barrels of booze just filled with singles. It's like a giant piggyback. I just drop money in the top of it. When I want it, I just smash it.
All right.
We decided that your group is going to have a meeting place, some speakeasy that you will meet at. So what's this place? Is it where is it in New York, and what does it look like? Does it?
So are we meeting in the library? I think it would be very good to meet in the library.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
So there's a speakeasy behind the library?
Yeah, we could have the speakeasy in the back, where we keep.
Yeah, it's totally down in the stacks. There's a little smoky
it's
back
prohibition,
room.
so a library would be a good place to hide.
Yeah.
Well, that's
the idea.
That's why we're doing it.
Yeah, there's this little smoky back room with some dude on a piano and there's cigarette smoke everywhere.
That sounds so cool. That sounds very cool. Yeah, definitely.
Let me on, Sam.
The entrance is a forbidden section of the library. That's need special.
You pull out a book. You pull out a book.
So, Clarence, what are we here for?
Brewing arts.
So, you get to describe this place and name it and all that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. No, I think Fuzzy has the greatest idea of it. This is her library. This is her shit.
Yeah,
I think she's great.
Don't let me name it. It's just call it the stacks.
The stacks.
There you go.
Search?
I mean,
yeah,
it was that easy.
It sounds cool. I like it.
And it's a shitty name. My character's probably come with the stacks. I don't know. I'm going down to the stacks. Maybe sometime. Comes back 4 hours later. It's hey.
So what's this place like? What kind of people hang out there?
The mob.
The mob. Yes, the mob.
Bar.
Yeah. I think there's more people just randomly coming in and out. I think it's that kind of bar that's not for people that don't really have money to spend, but at the same time not for the elite. I think there's random people, good people coming in, but not really staying that much.
It's like a workers.
It's people who know people and sort of
Exactly.
You have to be in
it's a working man's club for people who trust each other. Yeah. You have to be brought in. You don't just find the place.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The mob and trust.
You don't exactly walk into a library
Hand in
looking for a
hand.
fucking speakeasy, It's
It's
not.
give me the
You have to
secret
ask
word.
at the desk for something specific. Is that how you get in?
Yeah. Is there a password or something like that?
Ooh, for a book. They ask for a book.
Yeah.
You have to look for something specific. It's not going to be
Fly
Pride
Fishing
and
by
Prejudice. or
J.R.
something like that.
Hartley.
What?
Fly Fishing by J.R. Hartley. Don't know.
There you go.
There you go.
Works for me.
Fly fishing. That's the special book that you need to ask for to get invited into this bar.
Can we have at some point someone just randomly want that book, and you're like, and they're like, no, I just want fly fishing.
Yeah. Yeah, what is this? I didn't ask for a speakeasy. I'm
Is the book in here somewhere?
We do actually have a copy. It's just never been read, ever.
It's probably a bad idea to have a book that actually exists.
It's not a real book. No, it's like nobody actually knows it exists. It's like it's just there is a copy, but it's never been read.
Okay.
It's completely pristine on the shelf and never even been cracked open.
That's a good point. Yeah, you'll know what book has never been taken out, so you can always do that.
This is
It's
a
like the
limited
world's least foxed book.
of fly fishing.
Yeah.
So
This was the Hulk number 1.
Yeah, it's locked in a glass case somewhere. It's just like, yeah.
so where's the library? Is which like borough is it in? Is it in like on Manhattan or Brooklyn?
I don't know the 5 boroughs.
Manhattan was like probably the most like populated at this time.
Yeah, by far.
So I'd probably go with that. But
Would it have
anything's really fine, you know.
Is Manhattan like an island or some shit?
European ignorant here. I don't know anything about what you guys are talking about.
Would you have like, okay, just
It's like a peninsula. It's a peninsula.
I vote for Staten Island because it's so small. You want to be hidden away, right? We don't want to be like the one that's super populated.
Yeah, I think we
It
don't want
also
to.
has to be. I mean,
It could be in
You gotta
St.
hide in
George
plain
or
sight,
something
though.
like
You
that.
gotta hide in plain sight.
That would be pretty good, actually.
it could. Yeah, I just think if this place is getting a lot of traffic, would it want to be that out of the way?
By the way, I actually have a map of this of New York in 1920s, but I'm not sure if we can show it to chat because it's from a source book. Do you think
You
that's
can
okay?
show it. Yeah. You can show it.
Okay, no copyright issues or something like that.
No, don't worry about it.
I don't know. I'm new to this streaming thing.
You
Don't
wouldn't own
worry
a car,
about it.
would you?
There we go, guys. That's the map. Get used to
Okay.
it. Love it.
Oh, sweet. Wow,
Okay, yeah, so
that's
Staten Island's like super out of the way.
Yeah, it's all the other boroughs are like connected with bridges and stuff like that. And Staten Island, you actually have to take a ferry, like 30-minute ferry ride to get over there. So it's mostly just a town called St. George and just a bunch of farmlands and small villages. It's not really that populated.
Maybe that's too far. Like maybe we need to be closer to the center. I don't know.
I would say, if not Manhattan, like Brooklyn,
Manhattan would
Bronx,
be
or Queens
pretty
are
good.
all fine. They're all fine. I mean,
I think when the DM slightly like tells a couple says like 2 or 3 times Manhattan would be good. I think he has an idea
Yeah.
why he wants Manhattan.
No, it's.
Fine, we'll do
Yeah.
Manhattan.
I think.
Okay, you just
John
railroading
Cena
us.
takes us
I
to
get it.
Manhattan if we don't go. It's fine.
Okay,
So the
good.
Bronx then, yeah.
Railroading.
Yeah.
Joakim, I'm so sorry in advance. I'm so
Huh?
sorry.
What?
Just for everything, all the shit you're gonna get put through.
yes. We're sorry for now, but you've been warned. You know what you were getting into. So
I'm
Basically,
not.
we're a bunch of fucking prima donnas, okay?
yes. We
Notice
are.
me,
I'm a special
senpai.
snowflake. I'm a special snowflake. I demand special treatment. Where's my glass of brown M&Ms
Notice me,
and my
senpai.
roses?
Yeah. So let's start at the stacks where you have with what's his name? Clarence have gathered this gang of random people.
So
introduce them to
Clarence,
the
what
job.
are we doing here?
Did I bring Walter? Did I bring Walter?
No, you're supposed to meet him like tomorrow.
Okay.
So
You haven't given me much to go off of here, Joakim.
No, the only thing you know is like
That's all I know. Okay. All right.
that he's looking for his son, and he wants to hire you and talk about the details tomorrow.
Well, I figure.
So the main thing here is why have you chosen these people to join your gang of investigators?
I mean, I have my reasons. I know. I know about Jack. Obviously, I think I know who Jack is, and I'm not going to tell anyone. Obviously, I'm sure. I'm the kind of private eye who at this point, guys, knows about all this shady shit, but I don't care. So I just kind of let it go. So I'm sure I've heard stories about all of you, and Chriz has done some sort of crazy war vet thing. And so I was like, you know what? This sounds like a great rambunctious group of people to put together. For reasons of collecting you guys, I think I'm pretty clear. But yeah, so we're at the speakeasy at this point.
Yep.
So you're saying that you know I'm an actor, you know I'm not just a mob guy.
Dude,
It's
I'm
ready.
a fucking.
You might not know. You might not like movies. I don't know.
I have a lot of alone time. That's all I do. Okay, so yeah.
And then sort of, yeah, never mind.
Everyone, yesterday I was approached by a man. Walter was his name, and he told me that his son has been lost and that I'm supposed to gather a group of people to come find him. I don't know anything more than that, but I've chosen you all for reasons that I think together we can get this done. So
What's in it for us? How do we help you?
Maybe start with introductions. I'm not very good at this.
Before anything else, why do we help you? What's in it for us?
I need money, for one.
I'm in then. That sounds good enough.
Well, there you go. Jack, are you going to be the one man to hold us all down?
I haven't heard anyone else say they're in yet, you know. I've heard one
Well, look
person.
at the librarian. She's obviously in. She's too scared to say anything.
If there's booze in, she's in.
It does sound like a rather jolly adventure.
Well, what do you say now?
I'm just looking for some action, and if it pays, all the more better.
Me and Max are on the same page.
And by the way,
I'd say
for
no.
those of you who don't know me, my name is Maxwell Montgomery Mayflower.
Yeah, we call him Eminem.
I'm Abigail Krause. Nice to meet you.
Jack. Just Jack.
No last name there, chap?
Nope. Not that you need to know about.
What sort of private eye do you think I am? George, do you want to, well, I kind of gave away your name, but do you want to introduce yourself?
Just George. That's it. This is Betsy, and I point to my gun.
You just carry around your rifle at all times.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm more like So if you've played Dragon Age, I'm basically Varus. Like I always have my gun. I name it.
Okay. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Gosh, that's a large weapon. Why?
Yeah, I know, isn't it?
Did that comment please you, George? You get off on people complimenting your gun?
Sometimes. Well, she does it regularly. She sees it like 3 times a day.
All right. Well, now that we're all in, I'm assuming Jack is in.
I'd say no.
Okay. Well, at least that works. I need a way to contact you. I know nothing, but at this point, now that I've assembled you all, I have to go talk to Walter. We're meeting again tomorrow. So I need a place.
Who is this Walter exactly?
I haven't had a chance to look into him.
You know that he's like a stockbroker and very rich.
You know, the reason I accepted this in the first place is that he's a stockbroker. He's got a lot of money, and I'm assuming he's going to pay us well for his son. So I'm assuming there's going to be a good amount of money in this.
Yeah.
So
Is he married?
maybe you'll get to ask him yourself. I don't know. I'll look into it.
Maybe he's a widower. Could be. Sorry, what?
So, 2 days time, we'll meet back here, and I'll have more details. Does that work for you all?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. You guys can go do whatever the hell it is you do.
You could bring them along to the meeting.
I can?
So, yeah, I can.
Oh, I didn't know that was on.
Yeah.
I had to meet them alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Come alone.
Actually, I just got a telegram. A change of plans. It turns out that Walter actually wants to meet all of you. So, I think I'll bring him here tomorrow. Does this same time work here tomorrow?
Yeah. In here? It's not very conducive to. Yes, certainly. I'll tidy the place up a little. Yes. Maybe some candles. Yes.
Do you? I mean, do you have a better place? It's fine. I'm willing to work with you.
You
on
could
this.
do like your office or at his home or something like that. Something not illegal.
Yeah, I don't we want to bring some random guy in.
Definitely
All
a
right.
Wall Street.
You don't have an
Probably
office,
not.
Mr. Private Eye. you can take us to.
All right, I guess we'll meet in my office. It's easy for me. I'll give you guys, I'll write down the office on these cards for you, and you guys can come meet me tomorrow. Do you guys all have rides, I'm assuming? Some sort of transportation. Can you make it to where I am?
I look at Jack kind of meaningfully.
Yes.
I nod my head.
have a ride.
I can always catch a cab.
I'm like the guy that everyone turns to because I've got the car, this fancy car.
And I can't drive.
Jack, could I perhaps ask you nicely for a ride, please? Would that be possible?
Okay, who else needs a ride? Are we all
Jack,
just
it
taking the
seems
car?
that everyone is going to need a ride to my office. So
Everyone's taking the car. I'll drive whatever.
Taxi cabs are pretty cheap though. But
Yeah, I'll probably take a cab or one of these brand new subways that they just put in.
yeah.
Oh, you don't trust my driving? Is that it?
Jack, no need to get offended. It's okay. We just met each other. All right, well,
You always seem to want to drive on the wrong side of the road, I've noticed.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that. You know, I don't want to arrest any of you all. I'm going to go now. This time tomorrow, my office. There it is on the cards, all right? I'll see you then.
Cool. See you tomorrow.
All right, so I'm gonna drive home and start to do some research on these people, Joakim, and
sure.
And do some research on Walter.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask around the other mob guys, see if they know anything about his PI, if anyone's ever heard of him before.
Okay, so you ask around if someone knows Clarence. Like
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to research the stockbroker and find out if he's married or not.
Okay.
Is he married? Is he single? Is he eligible?
I'm actually
Bachelor,
going to try and follow Yaboi around and see if I can basically troll him and see what he's up to.
Okay, so let's start with Abigail. You find out that he was married, but his wife died on a trip to Africa.
Shame.
Wow.
Wow.
One second. I'm gonna just put in an internet, like a hard one right now, so they hopefully nothing happens to your OBS. But just 1 second.
I'm going to plug in the internet.
Plug in the internet. It's not extremely. It's going pretty good, but it's like a bit unstable. So that's why I'm plugging in a hard one. What the? Okay, we good. Okay, go. Sorry about that. Continue on.
Yeah. So, Clarence, you're trying to like find out more information about Walter and everyone else.
Yeah, I want to know more about George in particular, and definitely Max.
So I don't know how much information you guys think are like public about your characters, like how.
I think the easiest thing that I do is I went to the police station, and they know me because of my father, obviously. So I asked if I could take a look into police records about Max and George. So I'm looking into police records, maybe.
So you say you have a contact there at?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. My father was, you know.
Was you know who? Is that what you said?
No, he was my father, Jack. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, totally. They let you in, even though it's probably not completely legal to let random people look through the police files. But do you have a record, George or Jack? Like, have you committed any serious crimes that you've been caught for?
No. I have. I just haven't been caught for them.
Yeah. And
I'm not.
also,
he's a freaking actor. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I know he's not as much as I'm more worried about the dude with the big gun and the war veteran. So.
Arrested for crimes against acting.
Yeah.
I mean, I would actually have some contacts in the police as well. So I think I would actually be well known in the positive side.
in this specific like police station as well, like on Manhattan or? Let's say
This
you're
is
in
this is
downtown
my
Manhattan,
main this is
Chriz.
my main base of operations. So I'd say
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Me, I don't know. I know like a lot of soldiers, like they started getting into like the police force afterwards. So, but I don't know if I would necessarily like have that. I mean, I might know a guy who became a cop, but I wouldn't say I'm like really connected. As for like a criminal record, I haven't really thought about it. I mean, my guy kind of like, well, yeah. He joined the Marines at 16, so he kind of like, he joined the military at a young age. So I don't know. I don't know if that was illegal at the time, but I guess he lied
I don't
about
think
it.
he would have been called.
So proud, a lot of people did that, but
And like police records are super localized. They aren't like they have copies of every crime.
Right.
That
True.
there's
yeah.
no
we don't have
internet.
internet. Yeah. So if you have committed a crime somewhere else, doesn't really affect you that much.
Right.
If we're having dirty cops, I'd probably know them at least.
Yeah.
Now I think about it. So maybe I have been caught for something, but
There are a lot of dirty cops. So
yeah. So if I had a friend,
I'm
kind of
sure
wipe my
the
record
dirty
clean.
cops don't really talk to me very much. Just
Yeah, exactly.
because my pops.
Is your dad's name John?
So George,
It's actually
you wanted to follow around.
Yeah, I actually want to
Clarence.
follow around. It's basically just
Okay.
track him around and definitely
Like-
be stealthy about it.
Okay.
So do you want me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll a stealth check?
Yeah, and Clarence should roll a spot hidden, I think.
There we go. So let me go
It's
into my
happening.
skills.
Roll.
Yeah.
It's happening.
No, I just pressed the dice button next to spot hidden.
Yeah, and you use the first number.
Okay, I have a hard success on stealthing.
Okay, so I'm gonna go and press it now. Boom.
Wow,
Wow, you see me.
that's an extreme success. So
I'm a
yeah,
private eye. See, you can't hide from me.
you totally spot George following you around. Like you're walking down the street
You
or
spot me.
something.
I keep like away from you, and you notice that like I'm not actively following you. That I'm just literally scoping out the places you are generally and not being that close.
Okay, so what I am going to do now that now that I'm going into the police station for records and I know he was following me, what are you doing while I'm in the police station? 'Cause I can see you, obviously.
Yeah, definitely. I'm basically just scoping around. Like I know I have contacts in this, so if I really want to find out what you're doing, I don't have a problem. So you see me very confident. Like until then, I followed you until every corner and almost in every place that you've gone into, and now I'm kind of just lounging, sitting at a street corner, waiting for you to get out.
Okay, I'm gonna ask one of the cops, and I'm gonna point at George and say, do you guys know anything about that guy? His name's George.
Yeah, they totally know George, and they think he's a pretty good guy.
Do
they
they
work
tell
with
me
him.
what he's into, or
I basically
other than rubbing his gun?
the main jobs I do for the police is just bring in criminals. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a big bad dog.
Yeah, big bag dog.
All right. Good. I've got my answers then. So at this point, I'm just gonna probably head home and pretend I can play the ukulele for a while. And
Yeah. So you wanted to look into Walter too, right?
Walt. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Walter.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
stockbroker. Yeah, I totally
Yeah.
understand Walter. Yeah.
So he's super rich. So it's
Thank you,
pretty-
Joakim. You didn't have to tell me that.
I'm nice. I'm nice. I need to be nice now, so you'll take it a bit easier when I just end you.
You were so nice to me.
Wow.
The man is wearing a dark hood and has candles.
Yeah.
What do you expect? I mean, I'm just waiting for that giant like shark off mask, like tentacle mask on his face.
Yeah, I need to get one of those.
While researching Walter, you read a folder you weren't supposed to. You've now lost all your sanity.
Unfortunately, you have now died.
It's super easy to find information about Walter. He's
Single?
He's yes, he's single. He's also an eccentric. He collects like exotic things in general, like super expensive oriental mats, hunting trophies, tribal figurines made out of ebony and ivory, and has like redwood tables and stuff like that. He's quite famous for buying ridiculously expensive things.
Do I have like a list of some of the famous things he's bought?
No, maybe not a list, but you can find like newspaper articles about, he bought a super expensive oriental mat at this auction and stuff like that.
Can I use my knowledge of occult to see if anything rings a bell?
All this shit's gonna be cursed.
Oh yeah, you're the only guy in the party that actually has a good knowledge.
Yeah.
It's not much good.
Because you don't really have the items on hand, you can't see them or examine them. It will be very hard to do it, so you will need a hard success.
Well, my character would, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, what's this item here?
Yeah, no, you don't know anything.
Oh, it looks all good to me. All right, I guess I can get home, boys.
Nothing scary here.
Hey, be easy on the wife, John. I'll see you later. All right, then I walk out and.
Yep.
No.
Is it in any way obvious that he sees me? Like, are you just behaving the same way? Okay, so you're behaving the same way.
I don't view you as a threat, so I probably just pretend I didn't notice and let you do anything.
Good.
Anyone else want to do anything before the meeting?
I was looking up Clarence with the mob guys, see if they recognize him.
Okay. Would you be known within the mob? Which mob is it? Is it like the Irish mob or
the Scottish mob?
What are you talking about? I don't know. It's up to you.
Are you smuggling Buckfast?
It's your character, man.
Well, it's whatever mob we have in this. In this speakeasy. I'm part of this mob.
Okay, so
whatever you want to base here.
Scottish or Romanian?
Irish mob.
Romanian mob. That's it. There we go.
Okay.
The Romanian mob.
Yeah. Isn't crazy shit going down in Romania at this point in time? Like,
Yeah.
Not that crazy.
I mean, there are a lot of immigrants coming to New York at this time, so
anything's
possible. Really.
There's basically many senators being sent to jail because of fraud and corruption that the current government has asked for the parliament's to be dissolved because there's not enough people to vote on laws. There's literally suspend work because there's not enough. Most of them have been arrested and in charge of corruption, including the ex-president, his daughter, and we can go on down the line.
Okay. Well, if you want to make it Irish mob, that's cool. You want to do Scottish mob, you want Italian mob, you want to do Romanian mob, whatever.
I think it's probably because the voice you got, Jack. It's you're pretty much impersonating an Italian mob. I mean,
yes, yeah, I guess. Yeah, like I'm doing this voice. I'm doing this.
So the Italian mob that works.
Yeah, Italian mob works.
Yep.
See, I go around, I give him the whole kind of like, hey, the guy with the hat. Do you recognize him from anything? He says he's some PI.
Clarence, would you be known within the Italian mob?
I've done cases. I've done so many cases. I'm sure I've run into the mob at some point. I'm not.
Would they remember you though?
Could the mob not roll for that? Do they remember him?
Yeah, that's a good thing because I don't know if I had a case where I got the mob in trouble. I mean, you know how I am. I have no problem with criminal activity. I just don't. I'm just pretty neutral about it all. So it's totally possible that I've had a run-in and had to like catch one of the murderers, but I don't go after the fucking like booze business or anything.
Okay. So would you say that you had like put some guy in the Italian mob behind bars or something like that they would remember?
Sure, man, because he shanked someone. He shanked him, and it was a bloody shank. All right, I usually let the mob go, but that dude was a sick one.
Yeah, so
he put away like Jimmy Blue Eyes or something.
yeah. Of course.
Clarence, good man.
Yeah.
Fret.
It was my fucking cousin. You put him by his heart.
Oh,
that guy.
That's such a good voice. I cannot even compete with that.
Yeah, no, I've just given up to compete with any of your voices. They're so much better than any I can do.
About the voice.
I'm just doing my own accent, but like posture versions.
I'm just doing my deep voice that everybody thinks is Batman voice. So.
So they total tell you about the bastard PI who put Jimmy Blue Eyes behind bars.
Have you done any like searching into who he was afterwards and maybe try and put a hit on him or whatever, or would it just be like we know who he is and we've got our eye on him kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much that.
Okay, I go back to drinking probably.
Yeah. Now that I've got like a mission, like my soldier mode, I just kind of like go back to my mother's house, staying at my mother's house, and I'm just like oiling my guns, cleaning everything, getting everything, ironing my stuff. I'm still kind of like this like regiment kind of. I'm still kind of have this like a whole like discipline thing kind of going. So I'm just getting into like soldier mode, getting my mind right, and just getting ready, going to bed early.
I think I'm actually gonna meet with Jack and the other two guys, Fuzzy's character and Eminem. If you guys are still at a bar, I'm gonna ask you like, so what do you guys think on this new guy? I've been following him around. Went to the police.
You went from here to the police?
No, I'm not in my head. I can figure out what he was doing, but he seemed pretty cool about it. I think he was just looking into us as we were into him.
I'm not a big fan of a PI coming to our speakeasy and going straight to the cops for it,
Me neither.
Yes, that could look bad. Oh God, I could.
First thing that happens.
But at the same time, this.
Bam!
At the same time, the stockbroker guy is quite rich, and I've heard he's quite a bastard.
He's single as well.
Single?
He's single. Did you know his wife died? His wife died in Africa. I mean, his wife. It was apparently a terrible tragedy.
Robot.
Fuzzy's playing the robot librarian character.
Yeah, robot librarian character.
Sorry.
No, you're good now.
I am the librarian. Exterminate.
So, do you guys think
Dalek librarian?
do you guys think he's trying to set us up then? I think it's kind of a.
I think it's
kind of a stretch.
I think if he's trying to set us up, he's very stupid. I don't think he's stupid.
For a job. If he's bringing us in for a job, we take the job. We see where he goes.
I
All I'm
agree.
saying is, it's Wall Street money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna go a long way right now. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of broke.
I ain't turning it down.
All right.
Same here. Betsy doesn't polish itself without money.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Not my head.
See how much oil he uses on that gun? Like
So much oil.
You can touch it. Touch the pussy.
No, I'm good. You keep Betsy to yourself.
Does it? No, never mind. Doesn't it get slippery? No. I don't want to know. Never mind.
Well, I kind of want to go get some sleep, so guess I'll see you tomorrow here, and we can go over and meet this good fellow man, good man.
I'll be here.
Okay, then toodle pip.
So, anyone else want to do something before the meeting, or can we cut to the meeting immediately?
Clarence, good fellow man.
Yes.
I want to have the car loaded with like all my shotgun and my pistol and everything like that.
Okay.
I've probably gotten shit faced in the bar, by the way, because like alcoholic. So, I'm probably
Definitely.
really so
Definitely
I'm
not
like,
drunk driving, because that's irresponsible.
I'm totally like nursing a hangover the next morning, probably.
I'm going to make sure that all my terrible photography of weird New York things are hanging right. I'm going to throw all my shit clothes and stuff into my fucking room and close the door. And just make sure it's kind of tidy. It's still covered in dust, but it looks like I kind of tried, you know. Like,
we can tell that you like don't normally live like this, but you made it look like you do.
yeah.
Yeah, great. So we just cut to the meeting where you have met at Clarence's office. What's the office like? Is it like?
Joakim, do you
Where is it?
wanna do the meeting now because we have 10 minutes until the next break, or do you want to take a break and do it after?
Oh, we can do the break first.
Okay, so we'll take a free 5 minutes break, and we'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes with the second segment of It Has Tentacles. See you guys soon.
See you soon.